Now you're listening to wrestling news that matters from people you want to hear it from, deep from within the confines of the internet. Covering WWE like no one else and covering TNA because no one else will. You are listening to the best in the world, Ring Rust Radio!
Brad Maddox.
I got 141 and 2/3 chance of winning.
Wrestling Radio Show on Spreaker, on the internet, in the whole goddamn universe, folks. I'm your host and host, Don Wood, looking fine and feeling fine, oh baby. Been too long, Mike Chiari, Brandon Gallon, been too long.
I disagree. Hasn't been long enough.
Hasn't been long enough. Heard that. I heard that. Wasn't long enough. I heard that. Yeah, but it's been great. Mitchkoff season is here. To all those who celebrate. And yeah. I'm very excited. Let's go.
Is it not Michkov?
It's Mitchkoff. If you ask. Listen, man, we're gonna Americanize it a little bit here.
Okay.
He's gonna be slinging American flags on the back of his pickup truck before you can count the USSR. Okay?
I don't think he's gonna do that.
He loves the red, white, and blue, right?
Yes, in a way. Yes.
Thank you. It took a second for you to understand. That's a flag joke.
Emphasis on the red.
It's a flag joke, guys. Ever seen one? Look at them. They're both red, white, and blue. This is very stupid. Brandon Galvin.
Bro, you were so loud on that intro.
Well,
isn't he?
Yeah, because they've had a lot of. It might be an audio problem for you too. I'm gonna actually stop blaming myself from now on, and I'm blaming.
Really?
When have you started?
I'm blaming other people. That's my new. I'm late to this.
Be a little bit kinder to yourself. That's your resolution.
Thank you. It's a New Year's resolution. It's just October. It's Mitchkoff season. It's New Year.
Well, it is your birthday coming up, so
that's right. I'm
17,
37 years old, dude.
Oh my God.
17?
Yep.
Holy shit.
Why don't you give out my social too, you piece of shit?
Why? You know you want people
No one's
to
listening. I'm just
celebrate
kidding.
on your birthday?
No one's listening. No, I
There
honestly
you
don't
go.
care.
Well,
What are they gonna steal?
since
Mother?
no-
Can I tell you the truth? I usually don't like celebrating my birthday, but you know what I have come to really enjoy? My
Drink
boss,
alcohol.
I'm not going to name names, but my boss at my main job, I like to not remind anybody it's my birthday, and then the day after when nobody says anything, be like, dude, no one even cares about my birthday, and
That is a
I'll get,
classic move.
and then I'll get the belated email
just-
chain of everyone be like, it was, I'm sorry, I forgot it. And you're like, cool, I'll be using this
no one's
forever.
happy that you were born.
I purposely tried to not make it known at all that it's my birthday, but work knows.
Yeah, but it depends. It depends on where I'm at. If I'm at like a Hooters, I'm definitely telling them it's my birthday.
There you
You
go.
know what I mean? I'm definitely being like, excuse me, even if fucking Red Robin, fucking these dudes and chicks.
Well, Red Robin, you get a free fucking burger for your
Yeah,
birthday.
I'm pretty sure.
Oh, wow.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, at the dispensary, you get fucking 20% off your order. It's true. It's true. At 420,
That's
you
awesome.
get a lot too. It's great. PJ.
Yeah, since no one listens, let's just skip this intro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're going to review WWE, Dirt Sheet Busters, Fan Standings, Opinionless, so much more.
Okay, even your connection doesn't care. Mike Chiari.
You care as little about us as BG cares about this show?
Yeah, seriously.
That can't be possible.
He's so broken. What happened over the last
To be
2
fair,
weeks?
I don't care about the show either, BG.
Did Moira come back?
No, dude.
Moira, come back!
Moira,
I'll
come
tell-
back!
I'll
I
tell
got some
you-
crack for
Wait,
you!
there's a story coming.
I'll
Okay.
tell you off air.
Oh, man.
Some-
Come on.
some
You got
information.
Tell it on air, dude. Just say it's not about
Now I
this
really
lady.
want to know.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, me too.
I'm excited for our
Just
first
give me a hint about what it's about. Let everybody know.
You know those sirens you keep hearing in the
Yeah,
background?
they were for her recently.
There's your hint.
Oh, yeah.
Holy shit. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
Do you love inside stories you'll never get to hear about?
That's not true. I'll bring it up on air.
Hit us up on Facebook.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh,
Join
it's
our
going to be on
Patreon.
Facebook? Good
Yo,
advertising.
go on Patreon and we'll give you
go to
stories of our
Patreon.
neighborhood. I'll tell you about all the
That's what we
fucking
should
shit.
do, telling horrible real-life stories.
Oh, I gotta tell.
Behind a
I,
paywall.
Podcast so many.
yeah, seriously, I've got a lot of them, dude. I found my neighbor dead. Let's do this thing, dude.
Find us anywhere you get your podcast. Interact with us on Twitter at @RingRustRadio. If you want to email if you're part of the show, send to ringrustradio@yahoo.com. Also, buy our merchandise, ProWrestlingTees.com/RingRustRadio. So many great t-shirt designs, including Cut Your Dick! Unfortunately, our t-shirt guy, George Cruz, has been fucking MIA for
To be honest,
months.
hold on. I had a conversation with him the other day. He's going through a little bit of a tough time right now. It's crazy that you guys, quote unquote, his friends, are acting like this while the man's going through it right now. Why don't you
He was
back
just
the fuck
bullying
up
us
a little bit?
today.
Well, he doesn't let us do anything because he doesn't consider us friends.
Right.
Yeah, well, maybe it's because you guys treat him like shit.
No,
I don't think that's what it is.
that's certainly not it. George, reach out if you need help.
You're so full of it.
If not, stop acting like a dickhead.
Reach out, we'll touch you.
Support us at patreon.com/RingRustRadio. We create ad-free episodes set for fantasy drafts and brackets, make us watch wrestling-related movies and pay-per-views, and so much more.
Yeah.
Also, check out Ring Rust Radio on YouTube. That's still a thing. For updated clips and Triple R Gaming, Donnie, BG, and fans of the show have been playing different games like Among Us, Fall Guys, and Dead by Daylight each week, and posting early access on patreon.com/RingRustRadio well before it hits YouTube. If you're interested in joining a session, email ringrustradio@yahoo.com.
Mike, every movie ever, BJ, you watch a lot of movies, when two men are fighting in a ring, any sort of ring, wrestling, whatever sport it is, boxing, and the one guy gets knocked down, and you hear, like, time slows down, it's like, whoo,
Yep.
and you hear, like, get up, Rock, and you're like,
Yep.
everything's dizzy, and you're, like, struggling to get back to your feet. That's our YouTube channel right now. Okay? But guess what?
We're getting up or we're still down?
We're getting up, because we are actually we've made a major step toward monetization of this fucking channel. And
Can I say
monetization is the only way this shit survives.
Can I see something?
Yeah.
What if we clear all the hurdles and we're at monetization, okay?
Yep.
And our average views of a video continues to be 3.
Oh, well, that's a big part of this. If you are accepted into the monetization program, you are then prioritized. So the higher up you go, the more, like, they want you to make money because they make money off of you. So they would begin to put us into their algorithms. So we are getting closer to that, yes. So I don't think our views, listen, we could have upwards of 6. Who knows?
Wow, that'd be crazy.
Yeah.
We have 7 from yesterday's, Mike. So go.
Holy
fuck
shit!
So
Double,
go
+1.
fuck yourself, dude, okay? Yes. So, yeah, my hope is that, so we're going to change in the new year, but we were still going to do videos from time to time about video games, but there's going to be a lot more wrestling-based content on there starting in the new year.
You should probably cater to the masses if you're going to do wrestling.
I got to tell you, no one gives a shit, so I'm going to be putting up our old content, like all the drafts and brackets and all the stuff that we were
Interviews.
doing before. They're all on there already.
Do them again.
I might run them. I'll do compilations.
run that shit back.
You want to hear Goldberg for 3 hours? Here he is.
Donnie puts up interviews from like 5 years ago and pretends like they're brand new.
Well, no, I only did that for like 4 of them or 5 of them recently.
I mean,
Only
I think
for
like
the most recent
the
one.
J.J. Dillon interview is probably evergreen.
Yeah, dude, let me tell you something. They're all.
I don't think we were asking him like,
You
hey,
should-
what do
Hey,
you think
Mike.
of Jinder Mahal's title already?
You should put up like, we just interviewed Bruno Sammartino. Listen,
No, Mike. Honestly, they're all
on his deathbed. We
anyone who's died, just be like, oh, we just
that
interviewed
is
him.
true. They're all evergreen, Mike. If you forget what you did during the interview.
Well, I forget every interview
Exactly.
we've ever done,
So they're all evergreen.
except for like a
to me.
few key moments.
Well, mostly getting yelled at.
Are we done with this intro?
We're gonna put this all in order. From LW to Dark, we about to have a discussion about the one true sport. Who's selling the finish? Does this make sense in the art? Tell me who botched, who rocked, who's cashing in on the marks. These takes are uncut, man, they're pure and they're raw. Blow up like dynamite, have you smacked down on the floor. On a collision course with the #1 source. Now let's head back to the ring for the latest report. Ring Rust.
Alright guys, time to talk WWE and AEW, which is hilarious. I see one AEW point. So much shit happened over the last 2 weeks, and you fucking have one little AEW note here. It's
It's
honestly
gonna be a long show, man.
it's sad and pathetic and stupid.
Not even
you're wrong.
deserving of that, really.
Honestly, you're very stupid. You're very
Wow.
stupid in your face. Did you not even watch Grand Slam? Did you not
No, I didn't.
experience Grand Slam?
No, I didn't.
Wow. Pretty sad if you ask me.
I mean, it seemed to not be a significant event. It had like 4,000 people there.
Listen, I've seen plenty of shows.
I
with
saw the
not
card.
many
It looked
people
like complete shit besides one
Are
match.
you kidding me? It was one of the most stacked
I'm not
cards in recent history, dude.
What?
Reason.
Do you mean
Yeah,
for like the
television.
week?
For the television. All right, let's get into WWE because it will start there. Vince McMahon documentary. I watched almost all of this, skipped around a little bit. There wasn't much different that I didn't know. Every time I watch these documentaries, I go in thinking I'm going to find something I didn't already know, and it's
Some
always
dirt?
the same shit. Always the same shit. And that's fine. I mean, the stuff with his dad, which was a little enlightening. There was a couple little things, like understanding how big of a piece of shit he's always been.
You
And
didn't know that already?
I know I did know, but it was
things.
yeah, I guess if you're into dumb shit. But yeah, he's a total piece of shit, and he was like your favorite guy for a long time, and your favorite
He's
guy
never
is a
my
total
favorite
piece of shit.
guy.
You always said it. You're like
I did not say that.
you love him so much. You said
I
that
did not
all the
say
time. Mike, thoughts
I
on
haven't gotten the chance to start watching it yet, but I'm absolutely going to.
Great for the show. That's great for the show. BJ, did you watch it?
I was sick
Unbelievable.
as fuck for like half of last week, and then I went out of town.
Okay, BJ, did you watch it?
That was a great line. Yeah, I watched it all
Let's
last
talk
week.
to you then. Let's talk to you there for a second.
So I'm
This
not
is
gonna,
fun,
I
guys.
won't, like, you're gonna watch it, so I won't spoil things. I'm just gonna say,
Well, I'm already gonna know everything. I already know that.
Yeah,
no, there were definitely some things that I thought were interesting that I didn't know before. So I'm not gonna spoil it for you. I'll just say this. Like, he talked about his favorite wrestler. And there were a lot of things that not John Cena. No, Vince McMahon is John Cena's favorite wrestler, not the other way around.
Exactly.
But Vince had someone that he looked up to and that he mimicked, and then there were things that person did that, like, Triple H does, and it's like, oh, interesting. Vince, talking about his dad and his family. I
know he loves superstar Billy Graham.
Not him. I did listen to Eric Bischoff and Jim Cornette's reviews of the whole documentary. I thought those were fascinating listens. Eric Bischoff especially was fascinating because he worked with Vince and had a lot of interesting things to say.
So did Jim Cornette.
Yeah, he had less things to say actually. But
Still vying for a job.
Documentary itself, I just find Vince to be one of the most fascinating people. Whether you like him or don't like him, the good and the bad, he's just a fascinating person. And so I found it very interesting, even though we didn't, like Donnie, we knew a lot. But I thought it was a very well done documentary.
Yeah, I always go in thinking I'm going to learn more, and I never learn as much as I want.
I mean, hey, like Undertaker, when he goes with him after WrestleMania 30 to the hospital. Vince
The only thing about Undertaker that meant anything in this whole documentary was him rolling his eyes at them playing a fucking stand-up
saw
arcade
that
game,
gif.
okay? That's the only fucking thing in this whole thing that mattered to me that Undertaker did. He backs the blue, though, so he's my guy.
I
got it.
just find it so weird that people can't understand that on television, these are characters. They're not real people.
Yeah, sure, but he did try to fuck his kid and impregnate her, so that's definitely a thing.
Oh, well,
worth
he
talking
didn't
about.
try to. He wanted to have a storyline.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. All right, Ilya Dragunov out 69
Dragging
months.
off what?
6 to 9.
69 months with a torn ACL. My God. That sucks, though. I know.
Yeah. Where was Melt on that reporting?
Nowhere to be found.
I will say this.
I was surprised.
Apparently happened at a live event.
Yeah.
Also, they just kind of like shoehorned that into fucking Gunther's like entrance. I was like, come on, you can't do something better here.
Maybe they're planting the seed for him to come back and go after Gunther.
I hope so.
I hope. That'd be cool.
Ilya Dragunov needed more. Real quick, speaking of reporters dropping the ball, I'd like to give a shout out to Brandon Galvin for not mentioning Pete Rose at the beginning of this. All right, to WWE legend Pete Rose,
Hall of Famer.
Hall of Famer. I'm sorry.
San Diego Chicken.
Did you
Kane.
bumble through this? That's a huge miss by you, bud.
Yeah, I did send this after that.
Oh, stutter bumbles? Get out of my face.
There's no
You
stuttering.
know what's crazy about that? I was at the Baseball Hall of Fame in Cooperstown.
When he died,
And then I
killed
left.
him?
I
Oh,
left, and
sorry?
3 hours later he was dead. Coincidence?
Why? He's not in
So,
there. It's
you're
got nothing to
tripping
do with
yourself?
him.
I
The
mean,
Hall
no,
of
he's not
Fame-
in there, but he literally is like always hanging around Cooperstown,
I will tell
hoping
you.
to get in.
I will tell you from the
As
bottom
he
of my
should.
heart.
I agree.
He's getting in now.
No, he's not.
I don't know if he will.
I 100. He can't embarrass anybody anymore. It's
Bro,
over.
I love the Baseball Hall of Fame, but the voters. Well,
yeah.
this one's on the voters because this is Major League Baseball's decision. But still, the voters are a lot of them are fucking idiots.
Yeah, I mean, I saw tweets of like, oh, he had a lifetime ban. Now he can get in. It's like, no, that's not what it was.
They'd have to lift the lifetime ban.
Yeah, well, I think they should now. He's not going to embarrass them
I
anymore.
mean, they should have already been in there. Whatever.
It is what it is.
Listen, very
But yeah,
much,
great job missing that.
I mean,
Great
Shoeless
job.
Joe Jackson. They said he cheated in 1919, and they still haven't fucking put him in.
Well, I mean, he also didn't wear shoes. What an idiot.
Well, he did. He did.
All right, Seth Rollins returns to help Braun Strowman. Let me get a stable, please. I need my heart to stabilize because I need Braun Strowman, Braun Rollins, and just fucking new Shield. Give me a third. Who could the third be? Fuck, it's Bronson Reed too. They have a new respect for each other.
New
They're
respect,
beating the hell out- they broke the ring.
I
They have new
honestly
respect.
don't hate the idea of eventually that being a thing, like them being a tag team for a little bit
Yeah, that'd be.
Seth
and just killing everyone.
No, Braun and Bronson.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Like-
I was making fun of your stupidity. But no,
okay.
Braun and Bronson would be a fun team.
Yeah. Also, add
They would be
Rollins
called
to that.
Bronson.
We'll call up. We'll add Rollins to that duo, and we'll
And
call
Braun
them
Breaker.
Shield Part Duo.
Braun, and Bronson.
Damn
Take
it!
it fun.
It's a law firm.
Damn
But this was a really fun
did you have a
last man
slip and
standing.
fall at your local 7-Eleven? It's called Braun, and Braun.
This is a fun last man standing match. Fucking, first off, kudos to all of them because I haven't looked forward to a Braun Strowman match potentially ever.
Ever.
And
It's not true.
I
Not
was
true.
It is true.
actually.
He had a slam and 4-way match at
Oh.
fucking SummerSlam. Right? Was that
That was
SummerSlam?
fun. That was fun, yeah.
Yeah. Great match.
But they had me interested in seeing this.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
And
Telegraph-
it was awesome. It's been
was
awesome.
great.
All their segments
Yes.
are great.
telegraphed for weeks that they were going to break the ring, so if you didn't see that coming, what the fuck is wrong with you?
I admittedly didn't see it coming.
Yeah, so what the fuck is wrong with you? Braun Strowman holding up his end of the bargain.
He's great.
Right?
Always has
He's
been.
fucking.
Not great.
I listened to Melt and Al talk about this, and Al was thinking that Braun got hurt his knee or something earlier in the match,
Got work.
and still went through with the whole fucking match. Did a
Or the
dive off
selling.
the top. Yeah,
He
potentially that.
doesn't get it. He watches
Yeah,
too
but
many
Al
Will
likes
Ospreay
AEW,
matches.
so he doesn't understand.
That's probably true.
But Braun doing the dive off the top, that was fucking great. I really enjoyed this.
It was great.
The build for the past several weeks of this has been fucking great.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you know me, certified Braun hater, okay?
You know
He's
me,
been
certified lover.
Ever since he returned, he's been absolute ass, maybe worse than he ever was before. Okay?
Not true. Hold on, that's not
He's been
true.
fucking
I'm not
horrible.
co-signing
It is
that.
true.
Not true.
Yeah, he's been the
Very
worst part of WWE consistently. But they put him in this thing with Bronson Reed, and it's just like, back to your roots, buddy. You're gonna just fucking tussle with this other big meaty boy
Yeah,
backstage.
fine.
You're gonna destroy a bunch of
Boss
shit.
fight, yes.
It's like, this is awesome, alright? This is
Great
what you got.
shit.
This is all you have to do with these guys. And the match was super fun. Had just fucking pure chaos. And then I thought the finish was absolutely perfect. Like, we've been seeing Seth popping up at random football games like the last couple.
Trolling people.
He was at the
monster.
Colts game getting thrown out of the field. He was at the Ravens game on the sidelines and shit.
Yep.
It's like, and then, they're all setting up to him being ready to come back. And just the way they set that up with Reed going on to the steps and then Seth running out of nowhere doing the stomp, like, that was fucking awesome. So now we're going to get Seth versus Reed coming out of this. Braun gets a big win, I guess, although I'm not terribly interested in whatever he's going to do coming out of this if it's not involved with Bronson Reed. But very well booked, very entertaining.
Yeah, good stuff. Honestly, super fun. I told you guys all along. Another one I was right about. Another one got it right. Doom, doom. Gunther versus Sami Zayn World Heavyweight Championship next week. Mike, who you got?
Looking forward to this. A little surprised it wasn't on the pay-per-view, but they already got their 5 matches, and they like to stick to that. So I get it. It is. And here's the
I
thing,
hate
like,
it. We should have these two matches should be on.
well,
the
it would be
pay-per-view.
fucking awesome on the pay-per-view for sure.
Mhm.
Although
That's where it
it
deserves
wouldn't
to
be one of the top couple matches on the card, whereas now on Raw, maybe we get a fucking like half hour.
It would
main
be,
event.
yeah, but it would literally be. You could whatever, just make the match. Why is it so illegal to make pay-per-views longer? I like longer
Oh,
pay-per-views.
because that sucks to do.
You
actually.
don't like that. I like that.
most
I
people
miss baseball being fucking 3.5 hours long.
Well, that's different. I miss baseball being at 3.5 hours if I'm at the game. But
I gotta be honest, I was at the Yankee game last week and it was over in like 2.5 hours. It was fucking great.
we'll see. BG doesn't miss it, but I do not.
PG
miss
doesn't
long
understand
pay-per-views.
baseball. He goes to Yankees
I don't enjoy long
games.
pay-per-views,
He
so
goes
I
to
understand what
Yankees
they're doing.
games and wears the MLB logo on his hat.
Like Rob Lowe. This match should be fucking awesome. Sammy's, I think, gonna have his little underdog moments, heroic effort, look like he's gonna get close to winning, but Gunther just wins. And I think it's by and large gonna be clean as well.
Yeah, 100% agree. Sammy's going to be heading back to Roman Reigns territory soon here, so it's okay. Just get rid of this.
Mm-hmm. I just want to credit them for the storyline heading into this. I thought they did a really good job telling the story of Gunther dodging Sammy left and right, and then finally on Raw coming to a head. It's a little
It's great,
surprising.
like, Gunther, obviously, like, the story is telling is, like, he knows he fucking lost to Sammy, so he is kind of scared to face him, and Sammy called that out and questioned his manhood, essentially, and that's what made him accept.
Yeah,
Yep,
talk
that
about
was
my
great.
dick, I get mad as shit.
Yeah. They
Mad
brought the
as shit.
family.
Like, don't bring
Nobody's talking about your dick, buddy.
No.
Okay,
But-
I know. That's a big problem for me.
got the family involved, but I understand it not being on the pay-per-view because they're doing a great job of building up to each Raw, SmackDown, pay-per-view where it's like we're going to give you big matches on every show instead of just being like shit things you don't care about leading into or after pay-per-view. Now there's just things to look forward to. We have 2 championship matches next week. Sheamus and Pete Dunne are going to have a match. So also, is next week the first of like the 2-hour Raws? With,
I believe it is, yes.
like amazing.
That's gonna
What
be
what a show.
orgasmic.
Yeah.
I'm going to miss them being longer.
Gunther's
not.
going to win.
Yeah, you just were talking shit about how you love long shows, and now you're, yeah, gotcha.
Well, listen, Raw has had, I will say this, to be honest, you know me, Mr. Honesty, there have been times where the 3 hours feels strenuous. You know what I mean? It feels like a lot.
Yeah.
They've done a much better job with the 3-hour Raws recently, but I'm all in on
I mean,
fucking
the
2
last like 5 or 6 years that they've been doing them 2 times speed, it's been great.
Oh, yeah.
Man. It's
Oh,
been
yeah.
honestly awesome, man.
There is no need for a weekly show to be 3 hours unless it's a super special show. But it's interesting that they're just turning Braun face. Kind of out of nowhere. They have him built up as a big bad heel. Killed Ricochet. It's not even in the company anymore. Now all of a sudden he's just like, all right, we're going to go after Gunther.
It does
Apparently.
feel like he was just kind of organically getting over because he's a badass and like
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
exciting to watch in the ring.
He should just literally just change the crowd reactions and stay everything else.
It
Just
feels
don't
almost
say
like he's much better than Goldberg, but it feels like almost a Goldberg kind of situation where people just love him because he's wrecking shop and shit.
that. Yeah, fuck yeah. And I mean, he's not as good as Goldberg, but yeah,
He's
he's
way
an
better in
athlete.
every conceivable way, but yeah,
I don't
for
know.
sure.
I don't know.
Okay.
Jey Uso, Xavier Woods, who you got? How's shit got, Mike?
Well, first of all, we were away when Jey Uso won the fucking Intercontinental title.
Yeah,
Crazy.
I hated it.
You hated it?
I hated
Why?
it. I don't think Braun should have lost yet.
I agree with that.
I don't like this.
I didn't want Braun to lose the title already, but we were also talking about like, hey, Jey Uso, they got to pull the trigger on something with this guy.
Yeah, but this
I get it.
seems rushed. This seems like a token like side prize for fucking. Hey, we did forget about you for a little bit, so we're gonna slap this on you until we need you for the Roman Reigns.
I don't think it feels rushed or anything like that. I mean, he went through a tournament and he became the number 1 contender and he won it.
The win isn't rushed. It's the Braun losing that feels rushed.
Yeah.
Right, and I think they are using that as a vehicle to make him a babyface, so in that respect, I get it. Like, they're actually turning it into something. They're not just him losing and then he's fucking nothing.
But, like, is he going to beat Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship? No.
No, I don't think so.
Exactly.
But you're elevating him to that level, which is something. Jay, again, we did talk about, like, if Jay lost again, what's that, fucking, like, 10 singles titles losses? Like, he did eventually have to win one, and it was an awesome moment, and it was unexpected, and that's part of what made it exciting, because I don't think none of us went into that thinking he's going to win that match, and during the match, I'm not thinking he's going to win that match. But the fans were 1,000,000% behind him, wanting him to win, and the fucking pop was insane for him winning that match. So I think it's cool that they did that. And this match, very interested in this. Jey Uso versus Xavier Woods. Xavier Woods been very compelling lately. The story they're telling with him and Kofi having issues and New Day potentially breaking up. Xavier Woods doing some heelish shit. Is he gonna do heelish shit in this match to try to beat Jay? And you have the Usos versus New Day kind of history. But I do think Xavier Woods does try to cheat, but it doesn't work out.
Yeah, it costs him the win. 100% agreed. I'm looking forward to this far less than Gunther, Sami Zayn. I'm just not as high on this angle as you are. I just don't love it.
Well, there's no real angle yet.
That's what I mean. It's just a match, and Woods is not going to win, and it's a throwaway to me.
What if Kofi turned on Woods instead of Woods turning on Kofi?
I think I could see it happening because they're making it almost too obvious that Woods would be the one that turns.
Right. And Woods
and Kofi was the one that fucking brought in Odyssey Jones and all that shit.
Woods has been justified in everything that he's said and done. Mm-hmm. That's what's compelling about the Xavier Woods character right now. I love that they're actually getting a fucking storyline finally for the first time in like 2 years.
Right.
Great. Bad Blood predictions. Let's do it. Get your D'Lo Brown heads. Yeah. What was that noise? Your lips?
Whoa. Hey.
Do it again.
That was,
Is mobile?
Do it again.
Yeah, I was. Exactly.
Do it one more time. Yeah, boy.
Hey.
That's a pretty good motorboat. Your wife's
That was
lucky.
great.
Thanks, brother. I've had a lot of practice.
He didn't show us in April for some reason.
Well, you know.
Motorboat and titties, I'd rather just feel them up, suck on some nipples. I mean, what are we motorboating for?
I mean, there's a lot of stuff you could do.
I'm not 9, dude. They don't do nothing for me. You know what I mean? That's what it is, dude.
Live a little.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you another waste of fucking time. Maybe controversial, but another waste of time. Titty fucking is not. It's whatever, dude. It's mid as fuck, dude. It's mid as fuck. I don't know. Give me the hole.
It's alright for a little bit.
Yeah, like 3 strokes where I'm like, great stuff. I'm in a hole. Or
then you move on.
Hole or
or a hole.
Yeah. So let's get into those D'Lo Brown heads. Loosen them, shake out your necks and spines and sternums. CM Punk, Drew McIntyre, Hell in a Cell. It looks like to me Drew McIntyre's got to win this fucking match. So I'm gonna ride with Drew.
Really?
McIntyre. Yeah.
I don't know about that.
I think CM Punk has to win this match.
I think it's the other way around. I think Drew McIntyre has to win this match and fucking send Punk away for a fucking much needed break on his fucking ligaments.
Okay, I'll give you this. If Drew McIntyre fucks up Punk so badly that then Punk is out into the Rumble, comes back, eliminates McIntyre, wins the Rumble like he was should have last year, then I would agree with you.
Yeah, that sounds like a great. That sounds like a great fucking.
I don't
way
think
to
that's
do
gonna
it.
be the case.
I don't think they're gonna keep Punk off until the Royal Rumble. So I think he wins.
Well, I'm already tired of him.
You don't even watch the show.
I do. I watch it quickly, but I watch it.
Good man.
Mike?
Mike, what do you think?
So I'm more on BG's side here. I think Punk needs to win because Drew McIntyre is the one that's been fucking shitting on his family for months. So
he's starting to throw that stupid ugly ass dog.
Yeah,
too.
he's starting to kill his dog.
Honestly, the dog is a terrible dog. What a fucking shitty little dog.
It's a terrible dog.
It's a fucking shitty little dog. But like, get a fucking real dog. Like Cinnamon's beautiful to look at. This fucking dog is like
he's
a rat.
rescue.
A rat. Yeah, but they comb him or something.
What are you saying? Shouldn't have rescued him?
Can I say something to you? Some dogs maybe not supposed to be rescued.
Classic dog comb. Anyways. I'm very much looking forward to this match. The segment that we got on Raw was fucking great. Both guys cut awesome promos. I actually love, like, they had the security, and you're like, are they going to just beat the fuck out of the security and then start brawling? No, they didn't. We're waiting until the pay-per-view.
The real Hell in a Cell is back, boys.
Oh, yeah, no more red.
Triple H did it.
My retinas will not be burning. But this match is going to be fucking incredible.
I'll miss the red cell.
Fuck you.
I'm sorry?
I'll miss
I
the red
fucking hate
cell.
you so much.
You're
such a
I come to like it over the years, you know what I mean?
Right.
Sort of respected it.
This
A lot
match
of
is
classics in that
I
red
think Punk wins. I don't think Punk's going to be taking time off after this. I think they're going to be building him up. So I think he beats Drew, and that has to be the end of their storyline, at least for now, I would think, because that's a 2-1. So then the question then is, what do you do with Drew? I would have Drew off TV for a good amount of time before he came back.
Nah, he's not a traitor. He should be on TV often. Cody Rhodes and Romeo Reigns against Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu. I'd like to go. I'd like to go first. I think this is where you get Jimmy Uso back.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree.
And
It's
he
about time.
helps the
I agree.
faces win.
I agree.
Rikishi was trying to suggest that he was dying or something,
yeah.
but I think he's going to be okay.
I would love nothing more than for Roman Reigns to turn on Cody Rhodes for being such a gullible little bitch. I don't think it's going to happen. I think they're going to ride with Reigns being a face, but maybe sort of between a little bit, somewhat. But I'm looking forward to this. I'm wondering, there's a lot of scuttlebutt, guys, on which match is going to main event. And to me, I don't see how you have Hell in a Cell not main event this pay-per-view. But what do you guys think? Which is the main event?
I
Roman
think
and Cody.
under almost all circumstances, I would think that Punk and McIntyre would be the main event because that's going to be the best match. That's what the match everybody wants to see. But this is Roman's first match back. This is your two biggest stars teaming against each other as part of the biggest storyline in wrestling.
Yep.
And something big is probably going to happen.
Yep.
I can't envision them not making this the main event.
Wow.
I know.
So while this
this
will obviously not be the best match, I think the biggest angle is going to be happening, and that's usually what they lean toward.
Wow. Punk can't even main event Bad Blood.
Nope.
No, dude.
Hey, they're making him earn it.
Yeah, he's a traitor, and they know that.
Keeping him honest.
Liv Morgan, Rhea Ripley, women's champion.
By the way, I didn't make a pick with Cody or Roman.
Okay, great. We figured we were all on the same page there. Liv Morgan, Rhea Ripley, women's world championship. Dom Mysterio in a shark cage. I'll tell you what, this angle is jumping the shark for me.
It's jumping the shark cage?
Yeah, jumping the shark
sense
cage.
of what?
In the sense
I
that I'm starting
agree.
to get over
I'm so over this, all of it.
Yeah.
Everything Judgment Day.
It's starting to kill Rhea Ripley's momentum, honestly.
I agree.
I don't think that's true at all.
I agree 100%.
This is over as ever. Every time she shows up.
It's like the same thing every
Your
week.
bias mufflers on.
We got to get done with this.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think we are going to get done with this. I mean, I think Liv wins. I can't see them putting the title back on Rhea yet.
She getting a heater? I thought maybe they'd give her a heater.
Is Liv getting a heater?
Like Raquel Rodriguez comes back and beats the shit out of Rhea Ripley, and that's how we get a fucking move on from here.
Maybe. I mean, there's definitely going to be interference here. Just because fucking Dominic's in a shark cage doesn't mean anything.
It literally means we're getting different interference. It's not
right.
good.
Or he's going to like drop a fucking foreign object out of the shark cage.
I thought you were going to say like an anvil, and I was like, this is not.
Yes.
Right on Rhea Ripley's head, she's like.
But yeah, there's going to be interference, and Liv's going to win that way. And then I do think we kind of get away from this for now, at least. But I still think they go back to it at some point, and Rhea's still the
WrestleMania. She wins it back at WrestleMania.
I don't understand Dom in a shark cage about the interference thing when there's other people in Judgment Day that could easily interfere then.
Listen, dickhead.
Yeah.
It's not about them. It's about Dom Mysterio.
Right, but Dom is the one who has interfered every single time.
Yeah, he's the problem.
It's just,
and he looks good behind bars. We know this.
That's true.
That is true.
He's fucking awesome.
The bars can't hold him though, so I hope he breaks out.
I like when they said you're gonna be in the cage. He said, "I don't want to go back."
Did you see his toilet paper that's out?
No.
Mm-hmm.
It's on WWE Shop. It's literally toilet paper with his face on it.
That's pretty cool. That's a smart way to pay. The guy
really
Elvis's manager said he would sell buttons outside of the concert that said "I hate Elvis," and he said, "Are you either gonna buy my merchandise that says you love him or you hate him? But you're gonna buy my merchandise." This is a great idea, man. But yeah, Raquel Rodriguez is my guess.
No, I don't think she's ready.
You have no idea. You have no fucking idea. Then pick another girl from NXT. I don't care. Nia Jax, Rhea Ripley. That's not what this is.
No.
That's not what this is. What is this saying here?
Nia versus Bayley.
Bayley. Oh, that's the same here. You're just fucking up left and right. No Pete Rose. You're fucking this up. Nia Jax wins.
I agree. I wouldn't have her lose yet, but I do think we get maybe some kind of a teased cash in because she was really being fucking mean to Tiffany on SmackDown. She was like choking her and shit and telling her like, "You better not fuck this up for me."
Do you know that she's not into that?
Well, she seems sad.
Okay, that's a good indicator. Her safe word wasn't used. That's how I see.
Yeah, she seems sad. So I think we're slowly but surely building toward that, and we're gonna get at least a cash in tease as we've gotten before with her.
That classic face, Tiffany Stratton. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, she's overly fucking crazy.
Yeah, I wonder why.
I know why.
Cash in
Talent.
Respect.
There you go.
Call me Aretha Franklin, because R-E-S-P-E-C-T. So Nia Jax wins. Damian Priest versus Finn Balor. I think this is a simple, easy, it's going to be a good match, but Damian Priest wins.
I agree.
This to me is the closest call on the card. I could see it going either way.
I think this is the most surefire call. If
I
I was
agree.
betting on this match would be...
You think this is the most? You think it's more surefire than Cody and Roman winning?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because you can have fucking interference with 44 fucking bloodline
Yeah.
members and then Roman
You could have
turn
interference
on
for 44 Judgment Day members.
Sure. But Finn Balor versus Damian Priest just lost the title recently. He's got to win.
Because of
He
Finn.
needs to win. You know.
I don't think he needs to win because I think that you're gonna have this match again at some point.
War game?
Yeah, I think that's good. They're definitely probably gonna be involved in that in some capacity. I think Finn wins because of interference, and I think with the goal of having it a big night for the Judgment Day because Liv wins and Finn wins, and then both Rhea and Priest lose, and they're kind of down and out, and they've got to build themselves back up.
You are
Super
stupid.
No, they won last pay-per-view. They won that mixed tag team match.
Okay, I'm done with this shit. Yeah, this is going to be mid-card Mafia. You know what I wish
This
card...
is a great card. I
It's
don't know what
not.
you're
It's
talking
pretty fucking chalk. It actually, the 5-match cards that they're starting to put on
Are
in
great.
between the big events are
Awesome.
starting to feel more and more like Bash in Berlin, where it's just fucking house show glorified. And I hate that. I hate this feeling.
This is
I hate what they're doing
every
here.
match
Yo,
on
hold
this
on.
card
Stop
is
for a
a
minute.
significant feud.
Let me
that's
tell
been
you
built
something.
up for. I know you're an AEW fan, so you don't really
God.
get storytelling
Cool,
and building feuds, but that's what we're getting here.
Yeah, sure. You know,
Right.
this card's missing those 2 matches that are going to be on TV for free this fucking upcoming week. Those
Yeah, that
2
makes me want to watch that.
Those
show,
2
too.
matches being on this card makes this card actually viable and something I would
WWE's
take
goal
my
isn't
time
like,
out
oh,
to
we
watch.
need this fucking pay-per-view to be.
If I'm taking my time out of Saturday, hold on.
We need Donald Wood and Meltzer to give a 10 out of 10
Cool.
in all 5-star matches.
If
That's what
I'm
they're-
taking my time out of Saturday and Sunday to watch an event, it
not.
better be fucking worth it for me.
You're not.
And this
you
is not
wouldn't
worth
even
it.
if they had
Saturday
those
and Sunday.
matches on it.
This is not worth
Saturday
it.
and Sunday.
I mean, that's
Anyways,
pay-per-views
there's-
on Saturday and Sundays.
Well, there's only one pay-per-view. It's on Saturday. It's also at only
I'm
6
saying
o'clock,
like
which is great.
wrestling.
There's
Yeah, they're doing that because
there's-
they're bending the knee to the UFC.
There's also just a different strategy and philosophy for the company because they're on Peacock. It's not traditional pay-per-view buys. So it's like you're already paying the fucking, $6.99 now, I think it is, or whatever, for Peacock. And everyone just has that in turn, and everything else that's on Peacock. Whereas AEW, they have to sell this $50 pay-per-view. It's not the same thing. Triple H's booking is, I am trying to make every show something that you want to see. This is just like Raw and SmackDown on a Saturday. That's what
By
their
the way,
shows are now.
This happened all the time during the Attitude Era. Yes, you were building towards huge matches on pay-per-views, but you were having fucking world title matches on Raw with a decent amount of regularity.
Sure, I want my pay-per-views to matter,
The
and
Rock-
you can do that
It
too.
does.
The
you can
Rock
do
and
both.
Stone Cold
I don't
had
agree.
a championship match before WrestleMania 15.
And that was a bad idea.
Unlike in November.
That was a bad idea, for the record.
You loved it at the time.
No, I didn't. How old was I?
Oh.
What was that? 98? I was 11. I was unaware of booking strategy at the time.
No, you're a little bit.
Still are.
Ooh.
No, you didn't.
Oh, got you there.
Let's go on to AEW. We got to talk about, first of all, you skip over completely everything that was Grand Slam. Grand Slam was one of the best television events you'll ever see.
Wait, before you talk about this ass shit,
Ass shit. I'm talking about
first episode
call
of
me
NXT
ass
on the
shit.
CW tonight. That's gonna be exciting.
Yeah, cool. So let's talk about
Who do you
Brian
got in the NXT Championship match?
I don't care. I don't even know who's in it. I'm
about you,
not
BG?
watching.
I want Trick to win. I think that's a real 50-50 to be honest.
I
but
think
I
Trick
definitely
wins.
think Julia wins.
And I think Julia wins. I think we get 2 new champions.
Yeah.
And I think
I'm looking
we
forward
get
to
the
that.
Motor City Machine Guns.
We got
That's really
CM
cool.
Punk's gonna be on. Next week is Randy against Evans, and so
Yep.
very fun.
Yeah, they're really
yeah.
putting their best foot forward for a channel no one watches.
What do you mean?
I mean,
A lot more people can be able to watch
broadcast
NXT
television
now.
is going to have a higher rating than Dynamite.
It's only by
Already
default.
does, right?
Only by default. Bryan Danielson, Nigel McGuinness. Mike, don't talk. BJ, thoughts on this match?
It was good.
Did you love it? Did you love it or did you like it?
I thought it was a good match, and I felt it was weird that it opened the show. They didn't even give you any type of mystery to Bryan Danielson showing up or not.
Okay, Bully Ray.
Did you think the build to it was nonsensical and fucking stupid?
No.
I did think it was because of the Darby situation,
Right.
which is so dumb that I still don't understand how and why they did that.
The idea of doing Bryan Danielson versus Nigel is totally fine and great, and it should have happened. But they made Darby look like a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
No. It's fine.
What do you mean no?
No, because this is what happened. This is what happens. This is what happened. Brian
They're like,
Bryan
I don't know
Danielson.
if he's going to be cleared or not, so Darby, you have to face Mox and put your fucking title match on the line.
Right.
And then D-Bry's totally fine and he wrestles the
Yeah.
match.
And
That's
D-Bry
true.
was such a good person, he would have let Darby know, hey, I'm actually going to show up.
That's
Don't
true.
give up your title shot. But Bryan Danielson
He's a
is
bully.
an asshole.
He is
Yeah,
a
he's
bully. Well, that's fine,
he
though.
bullied him.
We need that.
That's not canon, though.
That is canon. That's exactly
Yeah.
how it works. An incredible tag team match between the Young
I
Bucks,
thought
Scott
that was
Fletcher,
fine
Will
also.
Ospreay. Fantastic. And Mox, of course. We love Mox. Mox is fantastic. He's great stuff.
This is
Always.
good.
That's him again. Listen, whether you liked the storyline going in or not, him and Darby Allin have a really great chemistry, and they beat the shit out of each other, and it was a really good match. Also, Jamie Hayter and Saraya. All those Saraya haters. I hope do you get it? Saraya hater?
Yeah, I like that.
You're idiots, is what I'm saying. Jericho still got
AEW
it.
had to re-sign her. They didn't want her to go into WWE.
Jericho looks great still. Jack Perry defeating Minoru Suzuki. Let's go. Did not have that on my 2024 card, but I'll take it. And yeah. Also, I want to just say, Hangman Adam Page and Jeff Jarrett was way better than it deserved to be. And it's a lumberjack
Yeah, Jarrett
match.
carried them.
Honestly, Jeff Jarrett was really good in this match. Did you watch
Jeff
the match,
Jarrett is
BJ,
good.
for real? He is.
I
we
didn't
give
watch
him
the
shit.
collision,
Oh,
but I saw like the ending of Page and Jarrett.
it was really good. I honestly suggest if you go back and watch one, that's one. Because Jeff Jarrett, you're right. Jeff Jarrett, listen,
Well, the
I
rest
never
of the
complained
card
about
sucked
him
on
being...
collision.
Oh, that's not true. Did you not see Okada and Guevara?
Isn't that true?
Did you not see it? Also, I love the stuff they're doing with like CMLL guys getting in here because it makes it feel like how we had it in WCW where you have these incredible fucking luchadors coming in and showing off their talents. Well, we had another one of those matches right here. It was like fucking 10 minutes or something of craziness. It just the way they've been doing that in recent weeks really makes it feel like them showcasing different people from Mexico. Fantastic. I really do enjoy it.
I want to hear you defend the Okada Danielson stipulation tomorrow.
Okada Danielson stipulation? What is
And doing it with no build.
What was the stipulation? I'm sorry.
So you didn't see it?
I did not see it. I'm sorry.
Okay, so it's Danielson versus Okada for the AEW World Championship and the Continental Championship, but the Continental Championship's only on the line for the first 20 minutes of the match.
Okay. That's
convoluted.
No, that's a New Japan thing.
No, that's dumb.
Stupid.
That's a New Japan thing. They do the belt. That's when they say it's a 20-minute time limit. They do they're very.
You know
strict
what
with time
that tells me
limits.
though, basically?
That Daniel Bryan's
There's no
gonna win
point in
35
watching the
minutes.
first 20 minutes of the match.
No, just go.
Yeah, because nothing's gonna happen.
No, they're going to be
It's like-
fighting.
It's like war games.
Right.
That's very stupid. You're so fucking ignorant, dude.
I just hate
You
war
really
games.
are. You're so ignorant. Stop being ignorant.
How come they didn't build to it?
Didn't need to.
Yeah, they did.
You just put those two names in the marquee. You sell out that
No,
fucking
that's
building,
not how
We also
wrestling
got-
works.
We also got Ricochet and Ospreay.
Yep. Yeah, we do. I'm gonna be hard.
I hope they have a promo after.
I would prefer no promo.
What is that?
I prefer the Ricochet to have a mask and never talk again.
I agree with that. He should go back
Yeah.
to Prince Puma days.
That was awesome.
I mean, he's a handsome guy, but I mean, he can't talk with a lick.
Mhm.
So don't let him.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Just make him
I'm
like
with
that
it.
calm, cool, quiet guy. Just like,
Mhm.
see you in the ring. You're like, okay, holy shit, that's all he said. That's pretty scary.
Like Orange Cassidy.
Yeah, but yes, exactly.
But talk less than that.
Yeah. Very true. And Bryan Danielson, John Moxley, are we getting a title change here, or is this just John Mox putting over fucking B-Die?
I mean,
putting him over.
I gotta feel like
Puts over
Moxley
the
laying
wins,
down
right?
for him.
Isn't that group DOA if
I think
Moxley
Moxley wins. I think Mox wins.
Mm-hmm. Moxley stealing away the
It's-
championship and taking Bryan Danielson away from the fans.
That's the way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
It's in Washington, right?
Yep,
Yes. It's in Washington. He's been talking about October for like a year that he was going to retire in October. So
Yeah,
they did it all. Whereas
He
like,
wants to be there for Halloween.
we got
Yeah,
to the
I
big
mean,
match.
Good point. It's good dad.
Yeah,
Take
I
a
mean, you got to
walk.
go trick or treating.
I mean, he's got to take another kid out of there. Artem's out of the picture.
They
He's gonna adopt.
probably. They did everything that they said they were
He's
going to do
got
with him.
twins now.
And twin.
To me, this is like a little Brock Lesnar Undertaker situation where it's like, no, Brock doesn't need to be the one to beat the streak. Mox doesn't need to be the one to retire Danielson, but it gives you so much more to play with in that aura. And
makes sense
Mox
in
has
a
been like
storyline.
the guy for AEW for so long,
Yep.
and he was always also he's the guy that they always lean on, but also kind of the guy that they always kind of look over. I feel like so give him this huge moment. That would be really cool.
And
I'll tell you what,
he
brother.
really
Better
does.
this than Jack fucking Perry, okay?
There you go.
I don't know, man. I would. I gotta tell you from the bottom of my heart, I would prefer Jack Perry be the one to retire.
Stop
Bryan
trying to make
Danielson
Jack Perry a thing. He's
instead
never
of
gonna
Jon
be a thing.
Moxley. He beat Minoru Suzuki. He's already
Okay.
a thing, bud. Already a thing. Sorry.
I'm sure Toru Yano beat
Scapegoat,
Minoru Suzuki
dude.
before, too.
That guy's a fucking boss, and you're a fucking
Scapegoat.
jabroni.
You're Jimmy.
All right, you guys do the Patreon shoutouts real quick.
Why? Where are you going?
Just do it real quick, please.
George Cruz, text us once in a while. Vince Emerson, great person. Alice Pandolfi, show up once in a while, will you? Reggie Gill.
No notes.
Very
No
ignorant.
notes on Reggie.
Great.
Yeah, it's such a fat piece of shit. I'm still here.
Andrew
Just listening to
Skeiner. George Sparrows, maybe next week you'll be happy.
Yeah, be happier to be here.
Jim Del Chapo, maybe next week you'll pick up the phone.
No, he's got a whole bunch of fucking expensive tile.
Oh.
He's building the third den.
That's good for him.
Yep. He won't help us invest. What a piece of shit. By the way, if you're really good at investing, hook me up with some advice, please, because I'm looking to invest.
Tell us. AJ Troyer, tell us about your investing. Dante Yeager, don't tell us about your investing.
Why not?
Yeah.
I'm interested.
He's investing in Mormon shoes.
It's just, it's video games and beer. Kevin Creel, thanks for joining us. Moma, why not Moma?
Dante doesn't drink, by the way. He doesn't
quit.
drink.
No?
He quit. Yeah,
Really?
He's all
he
Mormon,
quit,
dude.
He quit because of New Orleans?
No, because of the Lord. There's a John
told him
Smith.
that.
That's who fucking it was, right? Is that the Mormon guy?
John Smith, that's the guy from Pocahontas.
No.
Vic and Kate
It might be the
Elijah.
same guy.
Maybe it's the same guy.
Did you know he made Mormons?
Vince the Moore. Maybe you'll sue Donnie.
Vince the Mormon.
I
Anyways,
think of Brigham Young, maybe?
Brigham Young was one of the monsters that came later.
we had Patreon polls. For our top 10 list, who has the best Hell in a Cell list? Mike, you want to take a guess who had the best Hell in a Cell list? Doesn't matter. It wasn't us. We both came in last. Donnie
shit.
won
Donnie
Yes! Let's go. What was it for?
the best Hell in a Cell.
Yes, dude.
I'm quite
Obviously.
sure his list sucked ass.
That's not
Yeah,
even close
it
to
did.
true, dude.
And then we had the best debuts in wrestling history. I came in that last. You guys tied for first.
Yes!
All right. I just
2
without
for
him.
2, baby!
Without the ring rust.
Woo! Fuck yeah.
Donnie also had no help from Ring Rust.
Impressive.
Donnie voted for me.
Not true.
Crazy.
If I could have voted, it would have been for my damn self.
Anyways, patreon.com/Ring Rust Radio. Go there to vote in our polls. Get an ad-free version of our podcast. Get early access to upcoming retro reviews like Ricky Snicky and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows, which Mike and Donnie hated.
That
And
sucks.
most importantly, Donnie, next week is our next bracket. That's Tuesday, October 8th, 6 p.m. Eastern. We're going to determine the best horror movie character of all time.
That will be
Right.
fun. I'm actually very
That's
much
going to
looking
be
forward to that.
awesome. Andrew Sampson helped with the bracket, so we're going to get him involved. And a whole bunch of other friends, like George Sparrows, who hopefully will be happy.
No, he won't be. He'll be miserable.
He won't
He'll be
be.
miserable
Be
because
downtrodden.
as soon as he gets there, he's like, "How's everybody doing?" And we're like, "Where's your wife? We want to talk to your wife." And he's like, "She's
You
making
say that.
meatballs."
I think it's
Awesome.
you.
I'm so happy. It's making me
I think he really hates you.
Yeah, I think he's just I think he likes me, and then when I make fun, he gets sad because he does like me. That's the problem. Maybe he should stop being a pussy though.
Oh no.
All right, let's move on.
Strangeness in the latest report. It gotta call Dirt Sheet Buster. Egregious lies, anonymously source. You gotta call Dirt Sheet Buster. Scoop, 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 scoop. No lies, no retraction. Scoop, 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 scoop. Per a source that's interesting to know.
Alright guys, it's time for the best segment of the week. It's Dirt Sheet Busters. That's right, it's just me and Brandon Galvin. No albatross weighing us down. We can tell the truth in this segment.
Oh yeah, Donnie's a little bitch.
Sure is. Can't disagree there. If Meltz reported that, I'd be like, you got one, Meltz. You're correct.
Yeah.
Donald Wood is a bitch. We're gonna start with PW Insider though. BG, I want you to guess when MVP signed with AEW.
Oh, well, he signed after his WWE contract expired.
Oh, well, that's a good guess. Although, knowing how AEW works, that oftentimes is not really even the case, even though they like to cry tampering when they do it as well.
That is true.
According to PW Insider, MVP officially signed with All Elite Wrestling about a month ago, with sources confirming that an agreement was reached between the two sides in late August.
Wow.
And we're just hearing about it after we saw him appear on AEW program.
Wow.
That's pretty
Unbelievable.
wild. You would think that we would have heard about it beforehand since this information was readily available for a month.
Yeah, I mean, everyone assumed that's what he was doing anyway, so.
People assumed it. Nobody reported it. Great job. This was also from PW Insider. BG, guess when WWE decided to put Dom in a shark cage at Bad Blood?
A while ago.
A while ago. Always a good guess. Okay. According to PW Insider, the stipulation of Dominic Mysterio hanging in the shark cage for Bad Blood has been in the works for several months.
Oh.
It was not a last-minute addition to the plans for the Atlanta event.
Wow.
This is another interesting one. Several months.
Several months.
I mean, that's got to be, I would say several for me. That's a minimum 4 months, because if it's 2, it's a couple. If it's 3, it's a few.
And a handful is 5. So several is 4. I agree with you on mathematics. Okay. But Rhea was only cleared like the week of fucking SummerSlam, they told us, or whatever it was. So how is it for months and months that they were doing this?
I mean, so they knew. So what PW Insider is saying is they knew that like Dom was gonna turn on Rhea months before it even happened.
Wow, that's crazy.
Right.
Look at the booking of Triple H, man. He's so far ahead.
And I'll tell you this. I believe that Triple H did have this all mapped out because he actually is a good booker. But I don't believe that. I mean, here's the thing with PW Insider. Like, okay, so either you're telling me that you knew about this for several months and didn't report it, or you're just like reporting after it already happened and saying, oh yeah, we asked somebody and they told us this has been in the works for several months, which is uninteresting and nobody cares about that at this point.
I agree with that. I mean, everyone assumed it was going to be something with Dom. People wanted him on a fucking ladder.
On a pole.
Yeah, on a pole, like all because of the whole custody over Dom thing.
Right.
So, I mean, we know Triple H or his team, or whoever's relaying it then to Triple H, they're on Twitter, they're on social media looking at all this shit. It happens every week, essentially. Something is like a meme, and then it becomes part of the show.
Exactly.
So they're very aware of what's happening on social media. So, no shit something was going to happen with Dom being part of the match.
If you're telling me that you knew this several months ago and you didn't report it, then you're stupid. If you're telling me that you just now found out it's been in the works for several months, I don't care. How about that?
Yeah, it's like people like they broke the ring in the last Monster Standing. It's like no shit they were gonna break the fucking ring.
I knew they were gonna break the ring as soon as I saw shit before the show where it's like, oh, they don't got the LED boards and they got like the normal posts and all this shit. It's like, okay, they're gonna break the fucking ring.
They were gonna break the ring 3 fucking weeks ago.
Right. This next is from Fightful. Stephanie Vacker is going for the NXT Women's title, per our eyes.
Oh.
And ears, for that matter.
Yeah, I watched it. I heard it. I believe this one.
The big surprise came when Stephanie Vacker appeared on the screen. She asked Julia what she planned to do when Vacker would be waiting for her after her NXT Women's title match. This twist ended the press conference on an exciting note. According to Corey Brennan of Fightful, when Stephanie Vacker signed with WWE, it was said to have significantly shaken up the NXT women's title scene with, and I quote, everything on the table creatively. Her debut will involve a title feud, much like Julia's, indicating big plans for her right from the start.
Bro, they've been talking about this. Roxanne has talked about her in promos since July.
Right? And
so, what the fuck?
Literally, she shows up on the screen, and she's basically like, hey, I'm going to challenge whoever wins for the title, just so you know. Why are you reporting this after the fact? We know that she's going to have a title match.
We've known since July. Roxanne is champion and talking about her. Same with Julia.
I don't know.
By the way, that fun segment sucked until that.
Agreed.
She showed up on
They shouldn't have been doing this press conference shit. It just doesn't
horrendous.
Doesn't
absolutely horrendous.
You can do it like one time and maybe make it work, but to do it like multiple times throughout the show, no way.
It was horrible. It was so bad.
HBK, he missed one. All right,
yeah.
He'll get back on track. This from Wrestling Observer. Meltz provides a groundbreaking report on Paul Heyman's return. Do you believe that?
No.
Okay. Here's a direct quote from Meltz. As far as when he returns as a character, it's expected it'll be as a babyface. And they are just waiting on the right timing. Isn't that everything in life? You're just waiting on the right timing?
That's even worse than him saying that he's going to come back as a babyface. No fucking shit.
He got beat up by heels.
Yeah.
And his best friend Roman Reigns is a babyface.
Oh my god.
And then
I really hope Roman turns on Cody and is a heel and Heyman comes back as a heel.
Here's the thing, if he would have done that part of it, which is so obvious, but then he would have been like, oh, and he's going to return at Bad Blood. He's going to help Roman. I'd be like, okay, that's a report.
Yeah.
Tell me they're just waiting on the right timing? That's anything in wrestling. You're always waiting for whatever the right time to do something until you do it.
God. Just bring it back at the wrong time.
Right. This is an AEW.
Even then, there is no wrong time.
Bring it back the wrong time.
There's no wrong time.
That's true. There's not a wrong time to bring back Paul fucking Heyman. But whatever. BG, you ready for the honorary Dirt Sheet Buster of the week?
Hell yeah, hit me.
Thunder Rosa.
Oh.
You aware of this?
I am not aware of anything you're about to tell me.
Okay.
And the IWC seems to not like her for the most part, so I'm very curious about what she's about to, vacuum up.
The IWC does not like her because she's on that Busted Open show and she interacts with Bully Ray and gives, kind of good faith criticisms of things, which the IWC does not like.
I see.
Right. So everything has to be sunshine and rainbows, and everything's perfect in AEW, and it's great to not have any build to a Bryan Danielson versus Okada match, and it makes a lot of sense for the first 20 minutes of the match to be for a fucking title, and then the last 40 minutes to not be for that title. That's perfect, okay?
That pissed me off so much, by the way.
It's one of the dumbest fucking things I ever heard, but whatever.
Yeah.
Thunder Rosa should be returning to AEW soon, as she has been cleared after suffering a concussion, which I didn't even know she suffered a concussion, or was out at all.
I don't know. Nelson, tell us.
Dave
Are they waiting for the right time?
Yeah, they're waiting for the right time, which is for her to not be in danger of getting concussed immediately again. Dave Meltzer reported the news in this week's Wrestling Observer newsletter. Wow, must be true then, right? He's the foremost...
Oh, Meltz is reporting that she has a concussion.
Meltz is reporting that she has been cleared after suffering a concussion.
Okay. Well, that's a lot of details.
Yeah.
Because that means he's speaking potentially to Thunder Rosa, right?
You would think that would be the main thing that you should do.
Right? An executive or medical personnel. At least one of those 4 divisions.
If I was Meltz, okay, and I had all this at my disposal, supposedly, I would just reach out to the wrestler themselves. That would be the first thing I would do. Yeah, and actually, she's very much a public figure from being on Busted Open, which should be very easy to reach out to her and ask her. Call into the show. Come on the show.
Come on the show.
Ask her.
But Meltz clearly has a direct line to Tony Khan.
Oh, yes. Agreed.
Right? So it's like
although sometimes I do wonder maybe if Tony gets fucking tired of him and...
Yeah, because it's just like here, I don't think that Vince McMahon was texting Dave Meltzer.
No.
Right? But I think that Tony Khan and Dave Meltzer have texted and exchanged information.
They have each other's numbers.
Nothing from AEW should ever be a report.
Agreed. But here's the thing. Okay, you want to frame it as a report because you don't want to out that you're talking directly to Tony Khan.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, it should be accurate then, you would hope.
Yeah.
But here's what Thunder Rosa said on Twitter. Stop lying about my health.
Oh.
I'm not cleared, and when I am, I will announce it.
Oh, wow.
I reserve the right to divulge my medical status. If you need information, ask me directly or my team. That's a really good point, too. Just, like, reporting on shit that you have no fucking idea about and playing around with people's health statuses.
Mm-hmm.
Which he does in the form of, like, saying somebody's dead or not dead. So maybe that's the thing, like, he'll have something so wildly inaccurate and horrible, never apologize for it, and then he continues to report on people's health statuses, and he's wrong about it all the time.
Yeah. Was her tweet in all caps? That you read like
first half of it, yes.
Oh, okay, nice, good for you. I that was conveyed to me as a listener.
Standing on business, Thunder Rosa.
Good for
her. You ready for the coup de grace?
Double stomping.
Great job by Thunder Rosa, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Tony Khan is going to be a good, reasonable guy and let Ray Phoenix leave for WWE after he put his body on the line for AEW for years. Psych!
Ah, there it was.
Yeah.
I was waiting for it.
I wrote that. I was like, that doesn't sound like Tony Khan.
Well, I mean, that's what he claimed to be when AEW started.
That is what he claims, but every single thing that we always see begs to differ. It's just like he's just a normal, kind of a scumbag wrestling promoter at the end of the day.
Yeah, I just want to get, before you even get into this, he's well within his right, according to whatever contracts they must have, to do it. But he was on record saying they're not going to do it.
That's the thing. If he never said that, if he never acted holier than thou, if he never said, I'm going to be the alternative, I'm not going to do the same things that Vince did, and he did that, that's fine, because that is contractually legal to do. It's obviously, it's in the language if he can do that. But to say all that shit and shit on WWE and shit on Vince and say you're the alternative and say you're going to do things differently and you do it the exact same way, you're a fucking hypocrite.
There you go.
But here we are. According to Ibu of Wrestle Purists, this guy seems to have at least some kind of a source within AEW because sometimes he gets stuff accurately. Tony Khan had the legal right to add injury time to Ray Phoenix's contract, a move that would have kept him in AEW longer. Despite having this option, Khan decided against it. And it gets really beautiful here. Respecting Phoenix's loyalty and professionalism during his time in AEW. Phoenix was known for his dedication, volunteering to work during the pandemic at Daly's Place when it was optional, and never asking for a release from the company. His positive backstage presence was a factor in Khan's ultimate decision. Ray Phoenix sounds like a fucking incredible person right now. Okay?
We loved him at Loose Underground, so
sure
good
did.
for him.
Loved him in AEW even when they did jack shit with him.
Yeah.
But here's the second part of this report. It's from Wrestling Observer Newsletter. AEW is tacking on injury time to Ray Phoenix's contract, which is nearly but not quite 1 year.
That's a long time.
That's really fucked up. Tony Khan made Phoenix and Penta significant offers to stay, but they wouldn't sign a new deal. BG, you had seen this previously. We've talked about it. You were very upset by the wording there, right?
I am very upset by the wording here because Meltz paints it in that Tony Khan did such a great thing. He's offering them such a contract, and they're rejecting it. They won't sign the contract. So they deserve
to be punished.
Right. So this is on them for what's happening here with this. So it's all about the framing of it that I don't like from Meltz because he will never paint them in a negative light as far as them being AEW Tony Khan. But if this was WWE, Vince is a fucking piece of shit for tacking on injury time and this and that. Meanwhile, under the current regime, MVP was just his contract expired. All right, you're out. Bobby Lashley, all right, you're out. Edge, you can be on the next fucking 7 hours later. Go show up on AEW for all we fucking care, basically. Right? So
there is absolutely no question that WWE has changed their stance on this. You could see it. And maybe they do still add injury time, but I don't think they're adding injury time unless it's with an intent and a belief that they're going to re-sign somebody. Like, we don't know this, but maybe that's something that happened with Sheamus, because there was talk that his contract was going to be up, and then he was still sticking around, and then the report came that he re-signed. So maybe that happened. We don't know. That's just speculation. But WWE is allowing people to just let their contracts run out and go if they want to go.
Mm-hmm.
So, and the beautiful thing about this is, people can talk all the time, and AEW fans will say that the WWE fan base is toxic on social media and vice versa. But there's no question there was a huge switch up that happened here, because for years and years and years, anytime somebody from WWE wanted to be released, whether it was Andrade when he got released, Mustafa Ali, that side of it is always like, oh, just fucking let them go. They want to be there. Why are you going to force them to be there?
That is true.
That's terrible business practice. Let them go, let them go, let them go.
Mm-hmm.
And then Tony does the same thing. And some people, cooler heads prevail, and they're logical about it, and they're like, this is kind of fucked up. But there's a large portion of that fan base, and I've been seeing constant tweets and stuff about it. We're like, oh, yeah, this is called being a boss. This is business right here. It's like, okay, it happened on the other side, and you fucking bitched and moaned about it. So how is this different? Yeah. And they're like, oh, because, this is on Phoenix and Pentagon and Conan, because they were making it so clear how they wanted to be gone. It's like, Phoenix and Pentagon didn't say anything publicly about wanting to leave. Never happened. So what are you talking about? It's just funny how that plays out, how these people switch up.
Okay.
BG, how do you think we did? Ooh, I'm gonna turn on Cody Rhodes.
Hell yeah.
All right, BG. Donnie is still a coward, doesn't want to be here, so I think this is going to be me and you to do fantasy standings. How's that sound?
I like it.
All right.
Hope he never comes back.
I agree. I think we should just finish the whole show without him, but he'll probably fucking cry or whatever.
Yeah.
But okay. Last place, 16th with negative 30. Skeeter. Poor guy. He's been stuck in last place for a few seasons now.
Ever since he moved.
Yep. That must be why. In 15th with negative 25, he actually should be last, George Cruz. Thinking with his dick instead of his brain, you know what I mean?
There you go.
Yep.
You drafted for him, right?
What's up?
I said you drafted for him, right?
I was thinking with his dick.
Oh my
God. I was an extension of George's dick during that draft. In 14th with negative 10, Derek Lee. We one time said his middle name correctly, and then he pretended like he didn't. Remember that?
That was nice of you to say we, but you did.
I said it correctly, and he pretended like I didn't. Mm-hmm. In 13th with negative 7.5, Leon CK.
Oof.
Won it last year, negative 7.5 right now.
Wow, quite the fall.
Yep. In 12th with negative 2.5, Jim Del Chapo.
Wow.
This has been a rough season. 5 people in negatives.
That's a lot.
That is a lot. And not much better in 11th with 0 is Mongo. 6 people, 0 or worse.
Yikes.
We're going to get in the positives, though. In 10th with 10, Everson Godfrey, a great guy.
There you go. Great guy.
In 9th with 15, a fucking horrible guy, Donald Wood.
Ugh, yuck.
Yep. Tie for 7th with 20. Two pretty nice guys, Alex Pandolfi and BG.
Hey, you know what? I'll take it. I was so bad that Bronson Reed lost that match.
Me too, because I hate Braun Strowman. Although it was very well done, I will say that.
Yeah, it was.
In 6th with 25, Chris Jeter.
I just want to say, Chris Jeter picked up Giovanni Vinci, definitely thinking that he was going to be, we're going to push, he's new and everything, like, refreshed.
Yep.
Total opposite of that shit.
It was a very logical move.
Yeah.
They switched it up on him, though.
Totally switched it up.
Yep.
It was a joke.
In 5th with 30, Big Money Mike.
Oh, that's a lot of points. I used to have 30 points.
Making my move. I got Julia tonight.
Wow.
Give me that 20. Come up.
Yeah, she's definitely winning.
Will she face Stephanie Vacker then? I heard that she might be having a title match.
I heard it with my eyes.
Yeah. In 4th with 40, James Dick.
Wow.
Was he thinking with his dick or with his brain when he picked this team? Or did
Dick's
you?
Ahead. I did pick it for Dick, actually. You're
right. In 3rd with 57.5, George Sparrows.
He hates us, though.
Yeah, I was gonna say perhaps this will make him happier to be on the show next time.
I doubt it.
I doubt it too. In second was 60, Stephanie Kordick. I drafted that team.
Wow, that's a lot of points.
It sure is. And at first was 62.5, Reggie Gill.
Oh, that's more points.
I will say, this is a pretty competitive season so far. It's not like
Yeah.
a runaway.
Yeah,
But-
there's a lot more like 50-50 booking seems to be going on lately.
I think a lot can happen here, so we'll see how it goes. But
Very fun. Goes to Survivor Series. Very excited.
damn right. All right, let's move on to emails.
All right, guys, time for where am I at in fantasy, Mike?
Not that good.
That's
You're
whatever.
in ninth.
Cool.
15 points.
All right, I'm on the right track. That's what I heard. Mike Chiari, ringrustradio@yahoo.com. Short, sweet, pertinent what we're talking about, but not exactly what we're talking about. Go.
It's from Johnny Mundo, Dundo. Subject, concert stories. Hey boys, last show Donnie brought up a quick story about a guy at a concert wearing a cup on the outside of his jeans.
Yep, it's true.
What?
Yeah.
100% true.
What other crazy concert/music or sporting event stories do you have involving weird fan behavior? To help hear some categories. Had fun with this. And Ring Rust!
Ring Rust? Okay.
Uh,
I literally made you little behind the curtain. Sometimes I miss sections of the show because I'm late to the show. But I did this week because this kind of stuff is in my wheelhouse and I'm ready for this. Mike, I'm excited for your first couple as well.
Well, I didn't do one for so he broke it down, okay? So he's got NFL/football game. He's got an arena sport, so like hockey or basketball. He's got a concert/live music at a smaller venue, and he's got a concert/live music at an arena, okay?
Mhm.
Good friend Johnny, Joey Dundo. P.S. Donaldwood is the best, despite saying Daniel Garcia has quiet charisma when he said it was secret charisma a month ago.
It just changed.
Either way,
Morphs.
he has no
Morphs.
charisma, and that's his way of saying it.
That's not true. It's one of those charismas where you don't expect it, and you're like, he's not that cute, and then all of a sudden you're laying next to him in bed, and you're like, how did we get here?
So, did you do one for each of his things here?
I did, yes.
Okay.
You want me to start?
Yeah, you go ahead and start.
All
Because
right.
I honestly, I'll just say something real quick. I don't have a good football game story of fan behavior being
How?
strange. because
You are a Buffalo Bills fan.
Yes, I think it's because
How many tables
I'm just
have you
so
seen?
used to it at this point that I don't
just
find
talk about
things
the
strange.
tables. Well, no, it's not saying strange. It's just like the funniest shit. Like the
Yeah, like I
weird
literally
shit.
saw somebody jump off the top of a fucking bus through a table, but that to me, okay. I've
They
seen
call it Sunday around here.
Yeah, that's called a Sunday here.
Yeah, I know. Listen, I listen as somebody who loves, especially a younger man. I love tailgating. I would go down to the tailgates at the Eagles game. We would take the L down, party in the parking lot. Didn't have tickets or money to get tickets. We would just stand there and walk around until we found somebody who had a TV with them, and we would just watch on the TV and just drink beer. And when everybody's in the thing, we would walk around and just take free beers and food, and we'd take shit from people. It was wonderful. BJ, do you have any from your time at MetLife?
No, I've only been to MetLife twice.
I'm just kidding. I don't give a shit. You guys aren't even real fans. I'm going to say that the weirdest shit I ever saw at NFL game was we went through this one tailgate, and this dude had, killer setup of food. And there was a bowl of cocktail shrimp. Like, 5 fucking gallons of cocktail shrimp, right? I just started
That was
watching.
it?
Yo,
That was the story?
this dude's fucked up. He's walking over to the table, gives the dude $5. He's like, I have shrimp. He's like, give him as much as you want for $5, dude. Not peeling the shrimp, Mike. Not pulling the tails off of them. He's hammered. He just starts eating them. Like, literally, like,
All of it?
Yo, he ate legitimately the whole bowl of cocktail shrimp without peeling one tail. The guy's like, dude, are you eating? Like, it was like towards the very end. He's like, are you eating that whole thing? He's like, he said I could eat as much. He's like, you're not even peeling them? He's like, you're going to be
crazy.
fucking shitting, like, hard shells in, like, 4 hours, dude.
That's insane. How do you eat all the shells?
Yo, it was, that's why
If
it
you're
made the
fucked
list.
up, you could do a lot of things.
That's why it made the
Doesn't.
list. Yo, he just was chewing through them.
You just made a list.
You just made the list. You're the craziest. I've seen a lot of crazy shit. I've seen people throw up on other people on regular occasions. Honestly, I've seen people fucking.
That's the thing with me. I've seen a million times. I've seen a million fights. So
Yeah.
that's like
Porta
it's hard to
potty
distinguish
shit.
them.
Always the people who fall asleep in the porta potties.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Porta potties knocked over. The championship parade. I saw. Well, there was a guy who ate horse
Somebody
shit.
eat horse shit.
They in Philly they grease the poles so we can't climb them, but we climb them anyway. Fuck you and your grease. Joke's on you. We've been practicing.
I guess I do have a little bit of a story from a football game. So
Go ahead. There you go. I know I'd find it.
It was a Bills-Patriots game, and we're tailgating. We would always park in this like kind of like a corner lot, this person's lawn, and just a whole bunch of people park there. Great tailgate. This fucking huge bus pulls up across the street. It's like, what's going on here? And these loud ass fucking annoying people get off of it, and it's Rob Gronkowski's family. Okay, so it's like all his fucking brothers and shit. Mojo Rawley, I remember I told you guys I met him many years ago at this tailgate, talking to him. And they're like filming for what I believe was supposed to be a reality show about like the Gronkowski family. Obviously never got off the fucking ground because they suck. But so they're filming for this and they're like doing like pretending basically to play like pickup football. And so this is all for the camera. There's this dude that would always kind of park in our general vicinity. And he was just like this fucking old white guy and he would dress up like so he'd have full fucking football gear on. He'd have a helmet and the jersey. At the time, we had Sammy Watkins on the team, so he had like fucking fake dreadlocks and shit. So he goes out and he is like, "Hey," and he's like joining into this fake game with the Gronkowski family. Dude goes like lines up. This is Sammy Watkins behind you. So it's really true to life what ended up happening. Goes to run a route, he instantly pulls a hamstring like fucking 2 steps into his route.
Oh my god.
Fuck yeah, dude. They got sued and the show never made anything. Alright, fun. Go ahead, next one. You gotta have a Sabres story. It's arena.
No,
sports.
I really don't have a good Sabres one.
Dude.
So an arena sport.
Okay, so I got 2, right? First one is my father took me to watch the Flyers of the Spectrum, my first ever game, right? And I'm like, Dad, gotta piss. He's like, you wait till fucking intermission like everybody else, right? So, Mike, you know how the bathrooms are, and especially in the older buildings, it's like, you are like tip to tip with everybody, and there's lines behind every urinal. So, like, there's like, everyone's pissing, and we the one dude steps forward, and we notice at the moment that he has a fucking Pittsburgh Penguins jersey on. It is at that moment where people are like, hey, fuck you, right? So they just start shoving this dude, right? He's trying to piss, and he keeps yelling about it. He's like, my dick keeps hitting the porcelain, stop touching me, right? This dude, they shoved him and pushed him and knocked him while he was pissing so much, he pissed all over himself. As he's leaving, everyone's shoving him and shit. And that was like my first memory that was like first intermission of the first Flyers game I ever went to. I was like, is that how it always is? He's like, when do you see these fucking devil schmucks? I was like, fuck yeah, dude. And the other one is one time when I was at a Flyers game, I was washing my hands, and I turned around, there was a dude shitting with the door off, and I talked to him for like 15 minutes. BJ, do you have any of that?
Who hasn't been there, right?
I talked to him for like 15 minutes. Any stories about, MSG, I guess.
No, we're very normal people in New York. Nothing weird
That's
happens.
not true at all. You know that's not true.
We're not very normal people here, but I've never had like a real weird encounter at a Sabres game, and I've been to a fucking million of them.
Yeah. How about a concert at a small venue?
No, I had one at a bigger venue, so I don't have like a good story for a smaller venue.
I'll give a story here. One time I was under the influence, and I drove my car all the way up to Reading. But I got under the influence once I was there, and I parked my car in the parking lot, and we go in, and we sneak. It's a little tiny venue, so we sneak all this beer in. We're getting hammered, and I honestly black out. We wake up at 3:00 in the morning. We're all in my car in the parking lot. We're the only car in the entire parking lot. I wake up at 3:00 in the morning. I realize I have to go to fucking school the next morning. I'm in high school. It's my fucking senior year. I got to go to school. So I was like, oh shit. So I drove home from that parking lot, wrecked still, all the way fucking back from Allentown to Philadelphia. In the middle of the night, I dropped everybody off at their houses.
Is that like an hour and a half?
Yeah, it's like an hour and a half or so.
Okay.
Drove all the way home, dropped everybody off at their respective houses, drove to school, drove into the parking lot, parked the car, and went to sleep. Slept in the car until someone knocked on the window like, hey, you're going to be late. And I was like, great, yeah, hell yeah. So when I went into school. So that's my
Should have
small
just
venue.
skipped. It's not like you were.
I was still early on. It was like
Going for
it was like the
valedictorian.
middle of September, dude. I ended up skipping most of my high school year, and the only reason I got my diploma is because my mom told him to, like, if you fail him this year, he's coming back next year. And they're like, here's your certificate to get the fuck out of here. No thanks there. I was like, exactly. Go ahead. How about your large event, BJ? You don't go to anything, right? Raven, didn't Raven eat your pizza at a small venue at some
That was
armory?
No, that was you. I don't have anything about weird behavior, but I do have a fun story from a Linkin Park concert.
All right, let's hear it.
Did you kill the lead singer?
No, he did it himself. So, Donnie, do you remember Edema?
Edema?
Yeah.
Is it a band, I guess, or
Yeah,
sounds
so
like a disease?
Yeah. So yeah, it does actually.
I've got edema.
So they opened for Linkin Park. Then it was Cypress Hill, and when Be Real came out, he had a 12-foot bong, and smoked on stage, and it was the biggest bong I'd ever seen at that time. I was like, this is absolutely
As opposed to now, you've seen larger.
Yeah.
I smoked a joint with Super Joint Ritual. That's my weed claim to fame from concerts. How about large venue, Mike?
All right, so this one is from a concert that I regrettably attended a couple of years ago. It was Post Malone.
Oh, shit, dude. Yeah, right.
So I think he fucking blows. I can't stand his music, but Heather likes him. Okay, so being a good boyfriend, I'm like, all right.
And honestly, look, I'm a guy who studies trends. Post Malone, she makes some bad decisions. So
there you go. Exactly. We can't be perfect in life. So go to this. It's at Darien Lake, which is the Six Flags near me. It's about a half-hour drive.
Wait, Post Malone's playing Six Flags?
So this is actually an awesome venue for summer concerts. It's an outdoor amphitheater. Yeah. And when you include like the lawn seats, which is basically just standing room, like you could fit like 20,000 people at this venue.
That's cool.
Yeah. So, and I just saw Creed there the other day.
They got a couple around me. I'm going to see Weird Al there.
By the way, Scott Stapp, Creed lead singer, sounds as good as he ever has. Like it's like listening to the CD when you're watching it.
Yeah, it's because it's actually the CD. None of them are playing, dude. They're all.
Nah, they are. They are. Fucking Scott Stapp still has it.
Okay, easy.
But anyways, Post Malone concert. Been to a good amount of concerts. This is the worst fucking crowd I've seen in all my time. Like crackheads galore. I feel like I can tell some shit's gonna go down here. So. Final spot. I got lawn seats. I'm not springing for actual seats for fucking Post Malone. Okay.
Oh, that's the one time I would spring because I know the lawn would be shitheads.
Well, it was. I have limits. So we find a little spot where you can see the stage. You can see like a big screen to the side. It's like, all right, we're good.
The audio sucks in lawn too, usually.
It's pretty good here, actually. I thought. Well, I don't want any audio for Post Malone.
That's true. You heard some, so it definitely sucked.
Yeah. So I'm there, and we got these people standing behind us, and like the one dude's smoking like a fucking cigarette every 2 seconds. He's an older dude. I think he's like the father of this woman who's behind us. She's probably like a teenager, like 18 to 19, something like that. And whatever, not thinking anything of it at first, but like shit's getting weirder and weirder behind us, and I can just see she's like fucking falling all over the place and like rubbing up on the dude next to her and like crying and having like fucking panic attacks and hyperventilating, and like everybody around is like, what the fuck's going on with? In retrospect, at that moment, my first thought was this chick's fucking tripping on ecstasy for sure. Right. Something's going on with her. So she's just acting fucking insane, screaming, crying at the top of her lungs. Like there's so many people at this concert that you wouldn't think this would cause a scene. But everybody's like, what the fuck? Like, we gotta get, people are like wanting to bring security to get her the fuck out of there. So finally they walk away. I'm like, all right, we can enjoy this lame ass fucking Post Malone concert in peace. It's gonna be fine. But for whatever reason, fucking allowed to come back, and for literally the entire fucking time we're at this concert, it's the same shit. She's fucking rubbing up on people. She's fucking crying. She's hyperventilating. This is the biggest fucking Post Malone fan I've ever seen in my life, apparently. This is like an all-time moment for her.
Either that or she's on on some sort of drug. hard
Both.
drug and
Yes.
rolling hard.
But as much as I did not want to see Post Malone and I wasn't going to enjoy the concert regardless, it made it even worse because I had to deal with this for like fucking 3 hours.
I think you guys were at the show. Remember when the lady and the dude who looked like a fucking weird character they were rolling on like ecstasy or meth or whatever they were fucking high as shit on. She got hit in the head with the beer can.
That was the ECW.
That was
Or Extreme, whatever.
Fuck yeah,
That was
dude.
like,
Fuck
she was
yeah.
so mad.
My last story. I got a million. Listen, we could do a whole podcast about these stories. I would just interview my friends and shit and just be like, tell me all the stories about we got fucked up. But this is one of my favorites. We were at the Electric Factory, which is a big concert venue. You know, Mike, those mid-sized concert venues that have the second floor for drinking and the first floor for, like, mosh pits, but there's no
Moshing.
seats and shit like that, but you can have regular concerts there. People don't always mosh, but they do sometimes, right? I am 17, 18, whatever I am. 16, I have no idea. I don't remember. So I'm downstairs. I'm like, here, hold my glasses, guys. I'm fucking going in the mosh pit. I go in the mosh pit. I'm fucking sitting there. Now I'm on the outside, bloody nose, literally standing there. I look up to see if I can see all my friends because I went there with my cousin Eddie and Mike and Tom and Gene, and they're all over 21. They're all upstairs, right? So I see them. They got a great balcony side table. Tommy, big fat Tommy sitting there. R.I.P., right? And I see Eddie, because Eddie loved pills. That's my cousin at the time. Loved pills and alcohol, so he's mixing
Cousin
them
Eddie?
together. Yeah,
Cousin
cousin
Eddie.
Eddie, yes. But technically, I'm the cousin Eddie of our family, so it's wild.
Mm.
Anywho, we had, at the time, it's now his wife. Oh, I hope he doesn't listen to this.
Won't, no one
her
knows.
son, who is older, so my cousin Eddie is 43 or 42, somewhere in there. His wife is older than my dad, she's like 63, right? Maybe a little older. I'm not even really sure. Her son is older than Eddie, and he's like, guys, we're all fucked up and we're going to the show, and he's like, yo, I think my son-in-law is coming, or whatever he called him, my stepson or whatever he said. And I was like, we're like, okay, cool. Like, how old is he? Like 12 or whatever. We just didn't think about it. He's like, nah, he's actually older than me. And we're like, dude, what the fuck is going on here, right? so we're all fucked up, right? So we look up in the second, so cut back to the concert. It's the middle of the show now. My cousin, he's all fucked up. And he climbs over the railing, right? And now I run over and I'm like, we're going to catch him. He's going to jump down to us on the second story of this place, right? And fucking, I see his son, his older than him son, start to panic and like slap the table and like, get back here, Eddie. They get security, they pull him out, they throw him out of the building. His son leaves with him. And we fucking go out, we fucking come out afterwards. He's crying. They're crying, he's crying, they're crying. It was the dumbest shit ever. I was like, dude, you're such a pussy. This whole thing is dumb as shit. Your fucking son's stupid, you're stupid. This is fucking awful. And that's that story.
Come on, Eddie.
Come on, Eddie. Yeah, it's embarrassing as shit, dude. But yeah. If you ever want to do a side podcast of all the fucked up things we've seen. Apparently, Mike, you don't understand the definition of fucked up. Every time you see a guy on a table miss it slightly and get a fucking can jammed into his neck, that's worth talking about.
Oh, okay. I mean, that's his old hat for me, brother.
It's a tale as old as time. Number 2, BJ, next one.
The next email comes from Alexander Rusev Contreras. Subject is Gulia. Ayo.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm unfamiliar with how good Julia is. Can you explain to me how good she is? Is she as good or better than 2015, 2017 Asuka?
No.
Thank you for my email. Ring Russ.
Ring Russ.
Russ?
So, I'm gonna let Donnie take the wheel here.
I'm gonna say this. She is trying to think of somebody in NXT comparable, like Roxy. She's like along those lines of being good. She's from an in-ring perspective, very talented. I think she's more like Kairi Sane than she is Asuka.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, she's from an in-ring perspective, she is very good. But like I said, I've never heard her cut very merry promos. Was that racist? Very merry.
Wow.
Very merry Christmas.
Here, Donnie, is she better than NXT Io Sky?
No, I don't think she's better than Io Sky.
Okay.
So I'll be honest. It's not like I was watching.
You have no
all kinds
fucking
of Julia
idea.
matches,
You have no
okay?
idea.
And neither were you. You watched
I
like
watched
the one
far
or
more
you watched one or
Stardom.
two that Jimmy sent you.
That's not true.
fine.
I saw Stardom
Yeah, okay. You saw that one. show.
2 times. I've seen Stardom
Wait,
twice.
she wasn't even there the one time you
Yeah, I
went.
know, but she was the first
Sure.
time.
But regardless, I have a hard time believing almost anybody would be as good as 2015, 2017 Asuka because she was fucking incredible, and we were creaming our pants weekly watching her in NXT.
She was awesome.
But from what, and this is like when it first came out that Julia was likely to be signing with WWE, Jimmy was talking to me, and he kind of basically suggested that of like the Stardom wrestlers, Julia was more WWE style than any of them. Like she's still, in terms of WWE women's wrestlers, still probably a lot more hard hitting and stiff, but she was like very fine tuned for WWE. Probably a lot of it because of her star power and her look and all that kind of stuff. But I don't think she's like one of the Stardom women who are like wrestling like a fucking million miles a minute. You know, and neither was Asuka. I think Asuka had a good style for
Asuka
WWE
was far
and
more
adapted
brutal.
it very, very well.
Yeah, she was far more about brutality, where like Kairi Sane's a little more speed oriented.
Yeah. So I think Julia's gonna be great. I think she's probably gonna be one of the better in-ring talents that they have. I don't think she's on the level of what Asuka was back then, but I guess that's not to say that she can't get to that level maybe eventually.
That's like comparing, be like, is she like Jordan 94 to 99?
Right.
Wait, did he play baseball for a couple of years?
I do think it would have been cool for Julia just to go into damage control from the start.
They're getting her acclimated.
Yeah.
I get it.
All right, next email, please. Can't read.
You can't?
No, I can't.
That's from Matt Bowers of Pain. Subject is injuries. Hey there, my friends of Ring Rust. After Tua got concussed again, it made me think about injuries to wrestlers and
He looked
who
so
had their
sad
careers
on the
short.
sidelines during Monday Night Football.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would
So
be
did
too.
Tyreek Hill.
So did everyone else watching the game.
Who are some wrestlers you wish wouldn't have had their careers ended by injuries, and what kind of storylines do you wish they would have had? I wish none would have their careers ended by injuries.
Yeah, can I say the one?
Thanks, and Ring Rust!
Ring Rust? Can I say the one that was the one, everyone's answer for like 30 years?
I know what it is.
Magnum TA.
Right, Magnum TA. I put him on my list even though I didn't watch a lot of Magnum TA, but I've seen
Of course not.
him.
You weren't alive in 1985, dude.
No, but I mean watching back. But he had undeniable like star power and was hugely popular and would have been a multi-time NWA.
He would have been a top guy. He would have been a true top guy.
Such a cool name too.
And honestly, it was the mustache, dude. It was the mustache. He had the body.
Yeah.
Magnum tits and ass.
He's a good looking dude. He was a good looking dude. So he was
actually, I think his name was like Terry Allen or something like that.
Yeah, it's exactly.
Oh, that's what that's for.
And then he
Way to-
fucking got
way
that
to
accident. So.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay. Well.
I have a few.
Okay, you can go first.
So let's go with some honorable mentions first. Chris Nowinski, Jason Jordan, Mr. Kennedy, Wade Barrett. But my main two.
Mr. Kennedy is a good one. I loved Kennedy.
I like Kennedy also.
Kennedy.
Did you like him in Aces and Eights?
My main
I did.
Yeah, we did like him. Edge, I feel like he could have broken the championship record had he stayed healthy. The biggest one is Stone Cold. Because seeing him against guys like Brock Lesnar, Eddie Guerrero, Randy Orton, John Cena, Batista, etc., like, it would have been so awesome to see him, and his career just cut short.
So my main one, I'll just say a couple real quick. I'm gonna count dying as your career getting shortened by injury. So Owen Hart and Eddie Guerrero.
I did not.
Yeah.
I did
not consider that.
That is ridiculous.
They were injured.
If I knew.
They were terminally injured, dude.
Yeah.
It's a little different.
But if we're talking pure injuries, my number one's Bret Hart. That fucking Goldberg and his career.
Can I say something? I was on
that.
Twitter. I was on Twitter looking up fucking things for the Hurricanes, so don't start with me, right? And somebody shared a thing, and it was like they're laying in bed, the husband and wife laying in bed, and it's Bret Hart and his wife, and she's like, I bet you he's thinking about Goldberg.
Oh, I saw that.
And then he's like, that son of a bitch, Goldberg.
I saw that. That was great.
His hatred of Bill Goldberg, I fucking agree with it wholeheartedly.
I love it, dude. I love it. If they're not working towards a match, I'm pissed.
He was great in the McMahon documentary.
I think Brett's like the prototypical answer for this because he was fucking awesome in WWF, goes to WCW, they absolutely fucking ruin him and don't use him correctly at all. But eventually, WCW dies, and then he would have either, if he was healthy, he would have either, went to WWF or quit wrestling. So if he would have went back
or
to WWF...
Or go to TNA, more likely.
Nah.
100% he would have went there. He
He
loved Jeff
definitely
Jarrett.
went there.
Yeah,
He would have went to WWF!
He would have been there
Shut
with
your
Sting.
ass up,
And
dude.
we would have got him and Kurt Angle and all kinds of awesome shit that we didn't get.
Because Brett would have not, he would have been like, no, I'm going to take my money and sit out the contract until it's up.
Right.
And that's what most did. And by that time, for the most part, TNA was about coming up. So I feel like Donnie's right. He would have went to TNA.
I do think he would have gone to TNA.
No.
He had a good relationship
Him
with
and Vince
fucking
would have
Jeff Jarrett.
But we would have got Brett and Kurt in TNA.
Dude,
In
that's if he had stuck. We definitely would have gotten him versus Shamrock.
Yeah.
In
that was
WWF.
Cool.
Shut
No.
up.
I'm also naming Big E. Obviously, we hope
Yeah.
he comes back, but I mean, he got so over as a singles guy before that happened, unfortunately. And another one, Rick Rude. So
That's a good one too.
he was fucking the man in 1990 in WWF. Went to WCW, had a couple real good years. Then he had some serious injuries, and he ended up doing the thing with DX and doing the thing with NWO, but never really wrestled again. And I think he could have done some cool shit if he hadn't gotten injured.
That's a guy we always talk about, guys who could transcend generations and make a fucking impact. I think him now would be incredible. Because he was one of the best for real. All right, is that it? We done?
Yeah.
All right, bye.